Hello, 5th grade distance learners. This is Mr. Van Zant. This is part 2 of the project that we started last week. And this next rotation, starting tomorrow with the letter A group, we're going to continue on with this optical illusion art lesson. Now, the last time I saw you, we made 5 circles on our paper. This one only has 4 because it's a smaller piece of paper. And what we did then was made our perpendicular lines that went through the focal point, and those are 2 lines that intersect to make 90-degree angles. Then we divided each of those quadrants in half, and then in half again to get 16 slices of pizza. We're going to double check to make sure we have 16 before we move forward. If you have 15, this will not work. If you have 17, this won't work. It's got to be exactly 16. So when I'm counting, I'm going to leave my finger on the first one so I don't lose track of where I started. So it'll be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Okay, we're going to work on these circles first. We have flat circles and we want to make them look 3D, like a sphere or a ball. So the smaller circles, what we're going to do is we're going to draw a line right through the middle of the circle, a straight line. Now on this side of the circle, I'm going to make one curved line that matches the curve of the circle. So it's going to go out like this. So I'm going to start here on the edge of the circle, not anywhere near this line, but on the edge of the circle. And I'm going to make one curved line here. And I'll make one curved line here. Now I'm going to make a perpendicular line that's straight through the circle going the other direction. And I'm going to make one curved line here. And one here. Now the reason why we're only making one curved line on each side is because the circle is kind of small, and if we do 2 like we will with the bigger ones, the checkers will be too small for us to color with the markers. So this larger circle I will be able to squeeze 2 lines in, so I'll put one there, another one here. Now, it looks kind of like a basketball at this phase, but we're going to fix that real quick. Here's my perpendicular line that goes through the middle, and I'll put 2 curved lines here, 1, 2, 1, 2. And by curving these lines, it makes the flat circle turn into that sphere. Now, the circle that goes off the paper, I'll go ahead and make a perpendicular line right here. The trick to this is you have to imagine how large the circle would be in real life. I'm just going to draw on the table here. I don't recommend drawing on the table at home unless your family's okay with it. But just to give you an idea of how big that circle would be, when I make my curved lines, instead of having them come down here, they would connect way out there. So I'm just going to draw it and then continue it as if it would touch the edge of the circle where the edge of the circle really would be. There's 1, 2, 3, 4. Here's my middle line going this way. Again, imagine how big that circle is. It looks like it's off center here, but it's not, because the circle would really be that big. So I'm going to make one curved line here, another curved line here, and one curved line here is probably all we're going to be able to fit in that circle. Alright, and the last circle, 2 curved lines on each side of that. Here's my perpendicular line, and then 2 more curved lines, 1, 2, 1, 2. Now, the next step is the background, the area behind the circles. We're going to use any type of shape you like, and we're going to make lines that repeat themselves that match that shape. We call those contour lines. Okay. Now, a contour line, it's almost like when you drop a pebble into a pond and it makes those ripples on the pond. So if we had a circle, we would make a bigger circle around that one, and then a bigger one around that one, and a bigger one around that one. If we had a square, you could use squares, be the same thing. If you did just a free-form shape like this, it looks kind of like a blob, you could follow around that shape. You can use any shape you like. The trick is we're only going to use 5 ripples. This is 1, 2, 3, 4. We can put another one there. We can only use 5 ripples. So we need to space them out a little bit so they're not too close together. I'll just do a free-form shape, just in a regular kind of shape there. There's 1. I'm going to come out a little ways for number 2. And I'm just going to keep making these wavy lines. There's 2. 3. We'll actually kind of go off the page right there and go off the page here. 4. You do have to skip over your spheres so you're not going through them. And let's see, 5 we'll just make go across the corner here. We can have it cut through here. There we go. There's our 5 ripples, if you will. Now when we color these, you're going to start in the background, and we're just going to use 2 colors. Okay, only 2. You're going to want to use a light and a dark color, and you're going to want to map it out. And when I say map it out, I'm going to show you exactly what I mean. I'm going to use yellow and blue to color this background, okay? So what I'm going to do is, these markers are real small, so I can start right here in the first section, but it's better to start in the second section. And what I'm going to do is, we'll put a yellow dot there, and blue, yellow, blue. Actually, I'll make a line with the yellow because it's kind of hard to see. There's yellow, blue, yellow, blue, yellow, blue, and I'll go all the way around, just like a checkerboard. And if you did this right, when you make your last one, it should continue right on, yellow, blue. Now if this one was yellow, the next one out here will be blue. And it'll be the opposite. And the reason why I say map the whole thing out first is because if you make a mistake, it's a lot easier to cover up a little dot than it is to color over the whole section. It does get a little bit tricky, so you would want to take your time and really think about what you're doing. I've made mistakes plenty of times when I'm trying to rush and go fast. So I'm just going to take my time, make sure I got it right. So far, so good. And yellow is here, blue, and it's surrounded by blue. It gets a little tricky when you start getting behind some of these larger disco balls. So what you do is you look at the space that's right next to it. So this one in particular, I'll just go out here. If this is yellow, that's blue, yellow, blue. So you kind of have to look at what's next to it, okay? After you map the whole background out, we are going to start coloring the background neatly inside the lines. Alright, that is your mission for this next rotation. Our rotations here at school are letter days A through F, so once every 7 days I get to see your class, and it's for 40 minutes at a time, so we have to work on these things in small bites, I guess. It takes a little bit of time to get the whole thing complete, but this is what we're working on this rotation. If you have any questions, please contact me through Schoology, and I would love to see pictures of your progress so I can chart that for your grades. Alright, good luck, manatees. Have fun.